just competitive, dog. So if I was a basketball player and I was idolizing Melo, I'd be trying to beat Melo. Acting is different. It ain't the type where you, like, it's not like, you shouldn't compete in a scene. That's why basketball is thorough, because you can't say he didn't get 25 points. You can say I ain't like Wood in winning time.
Right.
And I can't really debate that. It's subjective, right? The objectivity of sports matters, and it's live theater. So I take sports over. I don't really watch a lot of movies, TV, and acting very much. I watch sports.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is? My name is Kazeem Famuyide. You could call me Kaz. And this is a Wave original presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Melo,
Yes.
It's a good one today,
I was waiting on this one.
Yes, sir.
Our guest today is from the west side of Chicago. Came up hooping and went on to quietly shape some of the most important films and shows in black culture. 30 plus years in the game, never chasing attention, always leaving an imprint, from Above the Rim to Paid in Full to The Wire, Remember the Titans, Creed, and so much more. Wood Harris, welcome to 7 p.m. in LA.
Appreciate y'all, dog.
It's been a long time coming,
Young
man.
Melo, young Kaz, that's what's up.
Yes,
Good to meet y'all, man.
Likewise,
Man,
brother,
come
likewise.
on. When this show first popped off, there was a short list of people we had to have
That's what's up.
True indeed.
on this couch, man. So I'm really glad that
That's truly what's up, bro. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. We talk about it a little bit off camera, but now it's time to bring it on camera. Let's start how we start every single episode of 7 p.m. in LA with the Connect presented by Xfinity. Melo, I know y'all have crossed paths before. I'd love to hear y'all sort of reshare that story about the time y'all first met.
Well, we met a number of years ago. I think we were at a 50 Cent, backstage at a 50 Cent concert here in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying earlier, I was like, he ain't gonna remember that shit. That shit was brief, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to put on blast. I was like,
no, it's all good. But, I was like, it ain't much to remember though. Except for So this is the official,
absolutely,
in my opinion, meeting Melo and Wood meeting Melo. So that's what's up, bro.
True indeed.
Nice.
I was a kid running through the set when they was in Baltimore filming The Wire. I was that kid.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So
crazy.
For somebody to be representing what we was actually living at that point in time, it's like, oh, like that's my guy.
Yeah.
You know, but then you had everything else though, Paid in Full, and Above the, all of that shit was just like that's the. No matter what he is, he's gonna be who he is in all of his roles.
Yeah.
No matter who's in front of him.
I mean, when you talk about some of the greatest actors in our culture, like there's a very, very short list of people who just have that many like culture defining movies, biopics, TV shows, just like, and you always show up with like a level of class and grace. Like when I see, like when Wood gets on the screen, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good ass movie.
Yeah, I'm learning something today.
It's gonna be a good ass movie. I'm like, all right,
he's thinking something out there.
Exactly.
Appreciate y'all.
Growing up on west side of Chicago, like what did basketball actually mean to you?
Basketball meant a lot. I think probably just generationally, that shit means a lot to everybody. Even if you're just a fan who watches and don't play a casual fans, it means a lot to a casual fan. But we grew up like following Isaiah Thomas.
Indeed.
Isaiah and my brother, Isaiah's nephew and my brother are best friends. So my brother spent a lot of time around Isaiah. And Isaiah was like such a big deal to Chicagoans. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, at that time, he was a big deal in general, all of basketball, but he's like, he's just like super special in Chicago. Yeah. So I went to his grade school, I went to his high school, and you couldn't go to those schools and not, hear about the legend of Isaiah Thomas. So basketball, everybody thought they were just going to go pro and play basketball. Mm-hmm. And Isaiah's he's not a giant. He's a superhero for his skills. Mm-hmm. But when you look at him, you're like, you think you got a chance.
Because you don't.
You don't. He's a juggernaut. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It just made everybody think that they could hoop and everybody played ball. So, yeah.
And you went to St. Joe's.
I went to St. Joe's. I played ball at St. Joe's.
As Isaiah.
Yeah, same high school.
Well, Hoop Dreams.
Yep, Hoop Dreams. Those guys in the movie are a year or two. I think they're a year or two like younger than I am. So I got kicked out of school. I got kicked out of that school. I ended up going to another school.
Wait, why did you get kicked out of school? What happened?
It was just fighting and stuff like that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Fighting and me and another we was fighting. I ended up going to another school for my senior year.
Okay,
and I went to a school that they both closed down completely now. I went to St. Joe's for 3 years and I went to a school called Weber. Both basketball schools, but nobody notable came from Weber that I could mention, but of course Isaiah Thomas being from St. Joe's.
Right,
but yeah, man, the thing is I got in trouble fighting like on the train. I had a classmate friend of mine and just we got into it with these other cats and it was bad. You know, he almost got killed in the incident. And what happened was real quick, you know, we on the train, we going through it. It's a language that's happening back then. It was like being from Chicago, it's like gang language that's happening. And so we on the train and I'm headed to the crib from school. And like St. Joe's is in Westchester. So St. Joe's, most of the black kids at St. Joe's bust in from Chicago, but Westchester is probably like an hour and a half away or two on the train and buses, like city transit. When I say busting, I ain't talking about yellow buses. I'm talking about city transit.
Right.
So we going back home. Now my friend who ended up in this emergency situation, we went to grade school together. We did, you know, all that. So we hooped together at grade school. He hooped in St. Joe's as well. And we're similar, you know, same height and everything, same kind of like size, stature. So he getting into it. I see him getting into it. This dude stands up and he puts on a ring, but he made a ring out of a fork. So this is a real prison moment. Yeah. This is like fresh out of the. So he took a fork and made it so that it could be a ring. And so I saw him put it on his hand, but my boy didn't see it. So I'm thinking he saw that. So he gets up and the dude just pop, 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 pop. You just see him punching him, but he's poking him, right? So my boy just collapsed, just like all the energy just left type collapse. You know, like you see a boxer punch somebody and they just collapse and everything. So he just collapsed. And I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. And he had the cat who was assaulting him had two other cats with him. I was just by myself with the homie and I like in the Scorsese movie, you saw the blood pool out of his body, right? I'm like, oh shit, motherfucker stepped right to me. Excuse my French, speaking French.
Yeah, you could curse. Yeah.
So speak French. Yeah.
Speaking French, you know, you know what I'm saying? But so anyway, he stepped toward me, the same guy. And you know, man, I'm just behind that, man. A lot of us have like guardian angels and stuff. So we end up making it through these little funky times. The dude drew back. I'm using my left. He drew back probably with his right, drew back. And I saw the fork thing fly off his hand, right? He said, whoa. He swung at me, bam. Boom, I did like this, bam. And I broke the train window. And that's them shits that crack into, like, they're not meant to be broke, you know what I'm saying? So I think I freaked the dude out because he didn't hit me. He came close as hell, but he's, that shit said, he's like, and now, you know, when you in a situation like that, all you see is what's in front of you, right? Yeah. So the train had people on it. You know what I'm saying? But that was not local to my site, you know. But people were on the train. Yeah. So you just saw everybody like observing. And someone had notified the conductor of the train and all that. And the train had stopped. So I'm not knowing that the train is under, you know, surveillance or the situation is under surveillance. And the door opened. I'm looking at my boy, man, and the blood. I'm like, damn, I think this kid is dying. And those dudes who assaulted him, they left. They jumped off the train. Conductor was like, man, y'all got to get y'all ass off this train. He was not sympathetic to the situation. He said, y'all little badass, get y'all ass off this train. And a couple of motherfuckers grabbed my boy. You know, we grabbed him. He said, don't let him go to sleep. Don't let him fall asleep type shit. And they called an ambulance and I sat on the train platform with him, you know, trying to keep him awake and stuff like that. And then the ambulance came kind of fast, lucky for him, and gurneyed him away, and I went home. Ended up going home. And so when I got back to the school, you know, we had already been in enough situations that, you know, you gotta let you go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we both got put out to school. Yeah.
Damn.
So what
School.
was that like watching your school, like your community, like be portrayed on the
Oh,
screen?
like Hoop Dreams?
Yeah, like what was that?
That
like?
was crazy, dog. Like,
Because that was one of my favorites. Like,
that's an incredible
Will
movie,
and Arthur Agee.
they cold, dog.
Like,
that movie is
bro.
like, but you know, man,
Arthur Pops is incredible.
yeah, he's literally incredible. But you know what strikes me about his pop is that at least his family was like together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
matter what.
Like his family was together. Yeah, his father had his problems, but you saw like love in the household still, even though they had their struggles and drugs and all this and that. Man, seeing that movie was just like, I couldn't believe it. Like you said, it was surreal just to see my high school. And Coach Pingatore was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And let him rest in peace and everything. But he was definitely, you know, racially motivated to be that way. And yeah, he was not like a good person. You know what I'm saying? Now, who else came from that school? Man, he played for Utah. I'm messing Dean. What's his name? He started for Utah too. Stockton, and I'm forgetting his name. His dad was our dean, and he went to my school.
Hornacek Malone.
Jeff Hornacek.
Okay, all right,
Yeah. His dad was the dean of our school.
Okay.
The Hornacek family is a famous sports family. Like, he got a brother that's a pro MLB.
Yeah, big time.
Jeff was like Kahoob. He looked like a janitor. His dad
he was a problem in the night.
Oh, he was a problem. He was dope. But yeah, his dad was a dean, real strict. You could tell he was the type of dad that made pros. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it was so real to see the movie and see people that I know in the movie and whatnot. It was just weird.
For a lot of people, like for you, like their first introduction to you is Above the Rim.
Right. Right.
How much did that, like, hooping help land that role for you?
I think hooping really solidified it because nobody can, like, actors a lot of time they can't hoop really for real. Like, they can't hoop. You know what I mean? Like, they don't play basketball, haven't played basketball every day for years. So
no, they can't hoop.
they can't hoop. You know what I'm saying?
What was your game like, by the way?
My game?
Your game.
I mean, it was like it wasn't above the rim. You know, like, I guess I'm just a slasher, dunker, want to get to the basket. I'm motivated by, you know, Chicago basketball.
Right.
Michael Jordan, you think you know, I'm
get above the rim.
I'm not shooting jumpers. I'm trying to get to the basket, pass you the ball. You could throw the oop and stuff like that back then. Not now, but because I tore my Achilles like twice. So I was derailed from basketball, man. Same Achilles too. I was derailed.
Damn.
Yeah, I was derailed.
When did that happen? Like,
it happened. It happened on my right leg. It happened like about 4 years apart. I tore it hooping twice.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wasn't even doing shit. And it's just a classic story. Like, you always hear a motherfucker who tore their shit. It was just like, pop. Oh shit, somebody stepped on my shit. No. Boom. Dead ass leg. My brother was there hooping. He knew what was going on. Everybody else knew. And I was like, what's going on? I took that next step and that shit was dead leg. And dead, you know, from the ankle down, that shit was dead. Not a lot of pain though. That's why you could see people, they know they got it just sucks to get that injury, bro. Yeah. The pain be in your brain, especially probably a longer time ago than when it happened to me. It was a sentence of death in the sport. So, you know, and then the second time I did it, I just threw the ball. I didn't do shit but just jump, shit pop. And then I didn't get the chance to even get the ball, forget the ground. And they thought I had cardiac arrest or something on the court. And they came running over and I was like, damn, I tore my shit. And I was working. I had to go to Budapest and film. I'm like, oh shit, I can't tell them I tore my shit. So I went to Budapest with a torn Achilles, you know, put the walk into the, it was what was I filming? Blade Runner. I did the second Blade Runner.
Okay.
And we shot that in Budapest. And, you know, I had to fly there. I had to make that I put it into the character. I just made him walk. Like,
give him a funny little
walk. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Never told anybody because I didn't want them to stress over it. So
how'd you walk around on that? You never got the surgery, nothing? You just did the
No, I didn't get the surgery. So the second time it was a partial tear. Okay. Which is kind of worse, they say.
Right.
But because it was a partial tear, when I had it, like, I just had it literally just wrapped up, iced up during the shoot. And then, excuse me, I didn't have the surgery the second time on it. Yeah.
Double back.
I didn't mean to cut you off before. We were talking about Above the Rim, and you said, you know, how hooping helped you get that role.
They help
And you also
because,
said that, some people can't really hope in real life when it comes
yeah,
to
well, I was saying, yeah, a lot of times, like, well, now it seems like a lot of actors can play basketball somewhat, but it's like when we did Above the Rim, that was an audition. The acting part of the audition was pretty simple. Like, it was just simple. I mean, almost anybody could do the acting part.
Right.
The way that occurred when my brother was like, yo, they got this movie, got basketball in it. I said, what? I was in school at the time. I said, what? So I ain't had no agent. My brother was like, I referred you to this agent. Go see her, take a photo, boom. She gonna submit you. So I did. She submitted me. The audition was simple. I can't remember it, but it was just simple. I mean, it wasn't nothing that anybody in this room couldn't do. But the basketball really, really probably sold it because the stuff you see in the movie, I did that in the callback. It was a basketball callback in a gym, which was crazy. So it was a basketball callback in the gym. All the actors was there and all the people were there. And I was just clowning them dudes because they just couldn't hoop at all. Ball bounced off the rim. I kind of tip dunk that motherfucker. Boom, left hand. Looking at motherfuckers coming down, pushing people like I wasn't above the rim.
Yeah.
So Jeff Pollack, who directed, he directed that movie. He also directed Booty Call. I forgot the movies he directed, but Above the Rim was I think his first or second movie. I can't recall.
Okay.
But Jeff Pollack, who also must rest in peace, he ran on the basketball court. You got the role. You got this. I was like, oh shit, my first movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm in college, so I leave. This is New York. I leave. So now I'm going home to the crib. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta tell my OG I got this. And this is pre-celly, social media, all that. I get to the crib. I tell my mom, she don't care. She like, what do that mean? I got a movie, Mom. And then later on that day, I see Marlon Wayans. And he's in Above the Rim, but he knew I was in the movie. I'm looking at him like, oh shit, I didn't know he was in the movie.
Right.
So he comes up to me, he's like, you're in this movie we doing. I'm like, how the fuck you know that? You know? Well, he was in the offices downtown and he saw my picture, so he happened to just see me in a bodega, up on like 40, in the 40s up in Manhattan. So he's like, you Motaw in the movie. I'm like, oh shit. So got cool with Marlon super fast. And man, I had that experience. I actually just had the confidence to do that first movie. And sometimes that's what you just need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
the confidence.
So,
Did you know at the time it would be as big as it is?
Nah, because
especially
really,
a cult, like it's so culturally like relevant.
Nah, because of Tupac. Pac, and at the time he wasn't the Pac that he is now.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So you couldn't predict that it would be, and plus that movie had in mind, they didn't have necessarily Tupac and Leon. They had at one point they had Tretch.
Yeah.
They had Forrest Whitaker, for the Leon and stuff like that.
Right.
So it was just a different movie, and then it came to be what it is. But yeah, Tupac wasn't iconic at the time, so it was just different. We didn't have an idea that anything would be anything. To be honest with you, The Wire, we didn't know that's going to be like said to be the greatest of all time and all that kind of TV show wise. You just don't be knowing that when you're making a movie. You just don't know. Yeah. And then the times when you think it, shit don't happen. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking, oh shit, this is coming together right here. You might get this shit gonna get nominated. Nah. No.
Yo, you ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team that win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/7PM to get started. Play a game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 or over and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry for Profit Boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms including methods of entry at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
Life doesn't stop, and neither should your connection. That's why Xfinity Mobile keeps you covered wherever life takes you. You get intelligent Wi-Fi where it counts and 5G everywhere else. So you're always connected no matter the move. From the gym to the studio to being out and about, you're locked in without having to think about it. It's coverage that moves the way you do. Seamless, intelligent, and built for real life. That's Xfinity Mobile, staying connected at all times, wherever you go.
Is there a specific movie that you went in like feeling like, yeah, this is gonna be the one?
People were saying that about like Remember the Titans. I didn't think that, but
What?
I didn't think that about Remember the Titans only because
Remember the Titans don't need no awards. All right, that's a movie that's just.
I think it's a great movie, but they were saying that, but I just didn't think that because I just thought it was just too palatable for everybody, man. Like it's almost like G-rated.
Right.
Damn ain't even in the script. You know, the word damn ain't in the script. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it had enough edge to be nominated. But I mean, I did Winning Time and with Spencer Haywood.
Yep, big time.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure, everybody was like, yo, bro, this Emmy, bro, Emmy,
Yeah,
right?
you killed that.
And I was like, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at, I know Spencer now and all that type of shit. Even he was like, right, you was just like me. So I was like, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be something, you know? Nah, man, crickets. But I'm like I'll be honest, man, I'm not like a trophy hunter like that.
Right.
You know, I'm a very artistic person. Like I'm just a dude from the hood, but I'm super artistic. Like it matters a lot that people receive the best that I could just perform in the things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I don't really, the accolades of, receiving, trophies. Of course, early on, I'm looking in the mirror as a kid. I'm shit, this is what, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? When I get the award type shit. Because I was a kid that wanted to be an actor, you know? So, but I'm into like Paul Newman, Sean Penn, Marlon Brando, people who didn't give a shit about the award. So I sort of like, I brainwashed myself not to care so much about that stuff. And it's good because I ain't getting none of them motherfuckers.
But you don't need them, honestly. I mean,
no. Look, man,
the movies and the moments is
there
what sticks with people the longest anyway. And you got more than anybody, you know?
There you go. I mean, if I had to take a trophy or a 30-year career, I would take the 30-year career.
There you go.
and I don't want to name no names. I could, but I ain't gonna name no names of cats who got trophies but don't have careers.
That's a fact.
So, I'm nominated now. I'm getting nominations now, so it is what it is. So yeah, but I don't care about going now. You know what though? My brother was like, you gotta go,
man. Like the Oscar nominations came out.
Champ,
I gotta go. My brother was like, you gotta go, because I got the Critics'
You
Choice.
ain't trying to pop out though. You gotta go, man.
You're right.
You gotta go,
You're
champ.
right.
Yeah.
If
for nothing, we gotta see you there. We gotta see you there.
I feel
You know what I mean? So
I feel it's kind of like what my brother was saying, because I got nominated this year. I got the Critics' Choice Award. I got NAACP nominations and other stuff like that this year. I'm gonna go to the NAACP. I went to the Critics' Choice. I was glad I went to the Critics' Choice. I wasn't, but I went. I'm a fan of Delroy Lindo.
Big time.
So he actually influenced my career too as when I was going to college.
Big time.
I saw him in Off-Broadway theater with my brother, and I was like, damn, that shit changed my whole perspective on acting, just seeing him one time.
How so? Like what sort of spoke to you?
Well, he did this play that's called The Heliotrope Bouquet, and then I was in New York visiting and auditioning to get in NYU, where I ended up going. And I needed another monologue, so I'm seeing him do this monologue, and I was blown away, man. He was just so like he is.
Yeah.
He was even maybe more that way.
Yeah.
Because he was so young, and I remember going up to him and telling him, man, I'm getting into what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to school, and he gave me words of encouragement, and I got into the school, and I used his monologue. And then so when I saw him at the Critics' Choice, I stepped to him, you know what I'm saying? And I don't step to people and say shit, so I stepped to Delroy. I said, yo, I gotta tell you this story, man. Same like I did with Melo. I mean, you ain't gonna remember this. I did the same shit to Delroy. I said, you ain't gonna remember this, okay? So he was like, tell me a story. So I said, I saw you do Heliotrope Bouquet, which is a rare play. It's not a famous play, so he knows it's the truth. It's a very unusual play to see. It's about this jazz musician called Scott Joplin. He played Scott Joplin in the play. And so, he said, oh, okay. I said, man, I talked to you, gave me words of encouragement. Same shit I just told you, I told him. And I was like, and I got into the school. I said, yeah, you did that play with my brother. He said, who is your brother? I said, Steve Harris, right? So mind you, I'm thinking he knows he's talking to me, who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he knows who I am, Jack. So, and he did know who he knew, right? Here's what happened. So he said, who's your brother? I said, Steve Harris. He said, wait a minute. You Wood Harris? I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. And so he was like, man, you a solid brother, man. You're amazing at what you're doing. I was like, wow, I can't believe. And I was so glad I went to the Critics' Choice because to get to see cats that you really dig a lot. Like I work with cats too. I work with Denzel, of course. I'm fans of all of those guys. And Lawrence Fishburne. I'm big fans of those guys. And but Delroy Lindo is special because I had that moment. So yeah, so I'm glad that I went for that purpose. Yeah, that
West India Archie.
Yeah, West India Archie. He's amazing, dog. He's amazing. He went to school with Denzel. They went to the same college.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Denzel, you mentioned Delroy Lindo, a bunch of incredible actors you've gotten to share screens with over your career. But Denzel specifically, watching him up close, like what did watching him work teach you about like your craft as somebody who grew up wanting to be this actor?
Yeah. Man, watching Denzel, well, I'll be honest, first time I was kind of like shook a little because literally the first day of shooting on Remember the Titans. Now, I had met Denzel before because he directed a film that I auditioned for. I didn't get the role, but, excuse me.
Which film was it?
The Antoine Fisher story.
Okay.
And that went to...
I know who you're talking about. Oh man,
I forgot. Was it
who played Antoine?
Oh yeah,
Fisher?
Derek
Luke.
Derek Luke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Derek Luke got the role, and I was like, what? Like, man, I was just like, man, I really wanted that role, and so it was another movie. I did a movie called The Siege. I had a small role in that with Denzel. So I had met him like 3 times, and still, when we did Remember the Titans on day 1, we had this particular scene, a shoot and. It's just, man, I was a little shook. I was looking at him like, I was like, damn, I gotta do this shit with Denzel now. I mean, it must feel that way, even in basketball. I can't imagine like coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And now I've been idolizing Melo.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to guard this dude. That's ridiculous. Bro.
Yeah.
So that was the feeling, I guess, is more similar to that where you're like, well, damn, this dude is I idolize this motherfucker so much. Literally, like, now I'm supposed to concentrate. Right? And do what I gotta do. And then I realized, like, man, I'm competitive. Like, I'm just competitive, dog.
Yeah.
So if I was a basketball player and I was idolizing Melo, I'd be trying to beat Melo, dog.
Yeah,
I would literally be like, fuck that. I'm finna try to dunk on Melo. Right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And acting is different. It ain't the type where you, like, it's not like, you shouldn't compete in a scene.
It's not a head-to-head competition.
Yeah, it's not like, that's why basketball is thorough because you can't say he didn't get 25.
Yeah.
Right. You can say I ain't like Wood in winning time.
Right.
And I can't really debate that. It's subjective, right? The objectivity of sports matters, and it's live theater. So, I take sports over. I don't really watch a lot of movies, TV, and acting very much. I watch sports. I watch mainly sports, and the drama of sports matters more. Football this year was crazy.
Hey, Melo, man, we were in LA for All-Star Weekend, and we had an amazing time, bro.
Sure did.
We got to connect with a bunch of people, a bunch of fans of the show. And of course, we had our own live show on the Chase Freedom Court with your brother, Chris Paul.
We had a great time in All-Star Weekend. Obviously, we had, CP come on the show, on the live show. I was actually, to be honest, impressed in how open, vulnerable he was about his situation.
Yeah.
But I also thought it was because we have somebody who went through that same situation who can relate to what you're going through at that moment. It allows it to be easier to process and comprehend. So I thought that was super dope how he came and he was ready to, say his piece.
Yeah, man. It was an honor to sit between y'all, man. Somebody who's watched both y'all careers as long as I've have. And, I got that text or I got that notification that he announced his retirement right before the show. I was like, yo, this is already going to be a good conversation. Yep. Now it's going to be an even better one. So shout out to Chris Paul for being, not just a great guest, but a Hall of Fame person and just being so open and honest with us. Very emotional, very funny conversation. Definitely check it out. whenever you get a chance, man. Absolutely.
Shout out to CP.
Yes, sir.
Chase Freedom turned up the energy at the Complex Market, LA with cashback courts, a full-on playground for fans. Open to everyone with card member-only perks like celebrity meet and greets, exclusive merch, and much more. Fans also got surprise moments from Kevin Hart, Chris Paul, and Jerry Vanderbilt. The Battle of the Platforms created tournament with Smoking Aces and Friends, Jeff Hamilton's coat crowning, iconic love and basketball moments, and a 7 p.m. grand finale, all powered by non-stop crowd hype. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn is a partner with Chase Freedom. Freedom card members unlock next level experience perks expanded from exclusive merch items to talent meet and greets and more. It was an experience you wouldn't want to miss, but luckily, 7 p.m. has you covered with a recap on our socials. To learn more about Chase Freedom events, visit cashbackmoments.chase.com. Fandom fueled by freedom. Card issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC, subject to credit approval, offer subject to change, terms apply.
I'm from Chicago. Go Bears. Y'all saw that? So I
I
got
was
you
pulling for Caleb, man. I
Big
was pulling for Caleb Williams after that.
Yeah.
That last touchdown, I'm like, yo, we can't lose that touchdown in history, bro. They got
Chicago was trying to act like New York. New York was crazy when Indiana was.
don't bring that back.
Fuck the Boston Tea Party. Fuck Damon. Ben Affleck. Fuck all these. I was like, yo, Chi-Town was trying to get like that, but with gang shit. Like it was crazy, bro. And I was like, I'm with it, bro. Thugs had painting on his shit. The nigga, yeah, man, we all painting our shit now, bro. I was like, oh shit. But
That's how I know Caleb had real emotion, dog.
man, he
had people
cold,
paying
though, dog.
their-
He cold, man. I fuck with him.
It's about thugs paying their shit.
Yeah, thugs, like gang paint, like. But yeah, man, like sports is super important. This is why you know that's why these platforms are available. So much so for athletes because people know how much hard work went into an athlete's like life. Mm-hmm. Serena Williams, no matter who you name, you could just name any athlete.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a guy who you don't know. Mm-hmm. If the dude come in here and say, I was in the NBA, and it could be you, right? I don't know. You could say, I was in the NBA for 5 years, and I would know, well, that motherfucker put in the work. Mm-hmm. And he cold, right? No matter what you say, this motherfucker's in the top 1% in the world for a sport. Mm-hmm. And that's phenomenal. Acting is subjective. So that's why I don't really care about the trophy so much. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying I don't care about the trophy that like if I was an athlete, I would care about it more. Yeah. But I can't tell these people to like me.
Because it's subjective.
I feel like a sucker trying to be like me more. Get the fuck out of here.
But most
like don't like me.
But because of that, we grow to like you more. Because of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're not chasing what another star might be chasing, right? And which makes you you like real mysterious and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You pop out, boom, boom. Oh shit, what was it? Word? Okay, now niggas ain't see that nigga about 20 years. Might not see him another 20 years. Right, it's like it's a couple niggas that's out there that's just like that. Like he's one of them. Like Jay Electronica is another
Kids
one.
call it aura.
Most Def is another one. Like he's
Jay Electronica cold.
What I'm saying is super talented.
Like he's a little too. Like, he don't come out enough.
Yo, y'all don't come out at all.
I come out a little bit more than him. And Most is a friend of mine. Most Def is
y'all
not
don't
out.
come
He definitely
out
ain't
at all, bro. And still have that. Y'all present that confidence and that aura, and then it forces people to really pay attention to the artistry as opposed to the character. Like I want to see what script he's going to do. Mm-hmm. I want to see what Most next song is going to be like because of the way that they pick they artwork. You know what I mean? They art form. So
that's well put. That's well put.
It's a beautiful thing. Man.
Mystique, like that's the thing. You know, like I wanted that. Like I said, you know. Sean Penn and all them cats. Sean Penn don't go to no damn Oscars.
You don't see him either.
Mm-hmm. He never went to the Oscars. He ain't even going this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just writing my book a little bit, stealing some shit from a few people, like, because I think mystique matters. Like people know you too much, you know. If they see you every day, or what they need to see me on the big screen for. They see me every day, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to go viral and be all like, you know, seen on the little screen of the phone every day.
Yeah.
So even on my IG, I don't really post myself a lot. I like to crack jokes and put ratchet shit on there, you know.
I follow you,
like
man.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I see it. I was like, is this really what Harris? I'm like, yo, now I got the confirmation.
Now you understand.
Now I understand. For real,
like, no, that's a burning. I hear shit right there. I hear this shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good. Think that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like I met Prince, right?
Yeah.
I did Jimi Hendrix too. When I did Jimi Hendrix, man, I ended up meeting a lot of music people like Prince, and I was out because Prince had a DJ, a female DJ back in the days that my friend dated. So he was like, yo, come to this. Went to the small little birthday party, and it was Prince, right? Small little thing, no bigger, not much bigger than this room.
Mm-hmm.
And he came up to me and he was like, in a deep voice, he said, "You recognize my suit?" I'm looking at that motherfucker like, man, I was with my homie. I was thinking to myself, this fucking Prince, bro. This Prince, dog. Like, this ain't just any old Jack, right?
Hell yeah.
This is Mozart, Beethoven, who the fuck wants to say this one of the greatest like people? So I looked and I was like, I think I do. And he said, hold that thought, and he bounced. So I turned to my homie. I said, man, you saw that shit, man? Prince hollered at the motherfucker. And he was like, whatever. The motherfucker came back. Prince tapped me on my shoulder. He said, well? And I was like, that's Jimi Hendrix's suit. And he had on Jimi Hendrix's suit that he wore to a court case.
Oh, wow.
But I recognized it because, you know, we did the Jimi Hendrix.
The movie, yeah.
I had the court case.
Yeah.
They replicated the suits and all that.
He had
so
the original.
He had the original Jimi Hendrix suit on. Bro, I was like, God damn.
Cold dude, man.
Yeah, then he bounced,
Probably
you know?
was styling Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, he just
probably
like,
was a stylist back in the day.
see,
Right.
like, yeah, so, but yeah, man, like, you know, I've done kind of a lot of stuff that could be recognized. So I feel good about people just recognizing the work more so than any accolade that come from it.
Yeah.
I feel like every movie I see you in, you have like a monologue that just like is like the conscience of the movie. Like it's like there's always a moment like if Will Harris is in it.
That's hilarious. That's fucked up too.
No, it's real.
Here comes the message.
But it's
Just
true.
say no,
There's
folks.
always that moment where it's like he's having either a one-on-one with somebody or he's having that monologue.
That's kind of true though. I see why you say that. Like, I see why you say that. I
It's
got
like
a lot of those type of moments.
It's time to center the film a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you kind of become and bring the energy.
Come
and I
on,
think,
B.
you
We
know,
can't move like that, B.
You're the voice of reason, even though I'm a gangster. You know what I'm saying?
You're the gangster though.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. I
I was
never
about to
think
say,
about
like,
that.
you notice that a lot? Like, do you
I'm just noticing right now in real time with you.
Yeah.
Like, I can see why you say that. Like, to me, you know, if I'm playing like Avon or Ace or somebody that's supposed to be a bad guy, because I grew up the way I grew up, and I grew up, you know, in Chicago, on West Side Chicago was, you know, it's got a lot of that type of toxicity and stuff. So I'm very, like, I'm used to that. So when I'm being some kind of gangster or whatever, I'm super comfortable in that, you know, and I just don't really like doing it anymore. I don't think it shows my talent too much.
Right.
It showed it,
Right,
but it
right.
doesn't show it anymore.
I mean,
keeps you in a
granted,
box.
I love those gangster movies. I was even referring to the joint you just did with Netflix when you played the father.
Oh,
yeah. The name of the
Forever.
Name
It's called.
Forever.
Yes.
We start shooting that again in either May or June.
Love that show, and you know, as the father figure, especially like, you know, it's a love story. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a lot of love stories that feel just like without like trauma attached to it, especially like with like people that look like us. So there's a moment in that movie. There's a moment in there where you're pretty much like not just talking to, you know, your children, but like kind of talking to
Everybody.
the audience at the same time, you know, and that always sort of like that moment sort of always happens when you're in a movie like that. So I mean, I just wanted to.
Well, Forever is special, man, because it's me being a dad. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of like the dad I am in real life, you know. So it's easy for me to do that role, you know, because it's like it's the dad I really am in real life. But what it's done for my career is phenomenal, dog. Because I realize if you do decades of people seeing you drug dealer, drug you, like, or even if I'm Jimi Hendrix, it's a drug, that's a drug user. From Spencer Haywood, it's something attached to it that's negative, right? If you think about it, most of my characters have something like that.
Yep.
And I still have to portray them to the fullest and make them like real people who you can have like some sensitivity toward. I don't want you, just because somebody's on drugs or addicted or, you know, whatever they went through, even if it's a killer, I play a character as a killer, I want you to like him, and I want you to feel like, damn, I kind of understand why he's that way.
Yeah.
And so I like roles that are like that. But Forever is like, it's not that.
Yeah.
So I've had people be like, man, I didn't even know you could do that. Like, really?
Yeah, fuck is wrong with you?
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
a
wrong
real
with
life.
you, man?
Like, it's harder to be some shit like,
Yeah.
what you thought I could do. You thought I could be Jimi Hendrix though. That's good. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Is it any archetype that you want to play?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I'm gearing up to do a couple of different things. So a couple of different projects, but I probably have done the most bio flicks or
Yeah.
projects
Biopic,
maybe than
yeah.
any actor, right? So maybe any actor, black, white, or otherwise. And so I have in mind stuff more like in that world
Yeah.
to do another couple of biopics. Like I'd like to do Teddy Pendergrass's story.
Teddy P, the greatest.
That's mainly because when people saw Spencer, they got a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you could be Teddy Pendergrass." When I looked into his story, I was like, "That'd be cool."
Would you do that? Would you do Spencer's story?
Yeah, if they did his story, as a full feature, I think it would probably not be right for me to do it now because I did that already.
You did that character.
But had I not, I would just certainly, man. First of all, I love Spencer. Spencer cool as hell, man.
big
I don't
time.
know if y'all met him before.
Absolutely.
He's super cool. Shout out him, his family, and everything. He did a lot for the NBA.
Man, big time.
Actually, he arguably did the modern NBA. He arguably did the most for it
Yeah.
because everybody came out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, whole NBA is due to him.
Now, Spencer is legendary.
Yeah, super
what I mean?
legend.
Like
super
then
legend.
those who know like his position in this game really appreciate that.
Predates the sort of like signature athlete for like
man, he was
endorsements and
different,
stuff like that,
man.
like
Yeah.
all that
Special
stuff.
dude.
He broke the molds and barriers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he was really, really special, man. So, but not Power, funny. But I was on BMF. I did BMF too. I've done so much shit, bro. It's crazy. Like,
a lot of
so much shit, bro. Like, I was looking up and like, damn, I'm in that. But Forever, since it gave that to me, I feel like that's why I'm nominated.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna nominate the guy who's playing like the drug addict, the drug dealer, constantly playing those characters that might not be bad guys, but they have challenged lives and they're not wholesome, right? So I'm nominated for a whole lot of stuff as Forever.
Yeah.
And literally, this role is
It's
not,
wholesome.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
wholesome.
to be honest,
It's super
I'll tell
easy
you,
for me.
so,
Like,
when I'm watching the show, you know what I'm saying, and it's this young couple, very whimsical, you know what I'm saying, and then you come in, you know what I mean, like you said, like I don't want to say the word typecast, but like I see you come into a movie and I get an idea of what
me,
this person
right, what
has
he's
been
gonna be
through.
like, right.
You know what I'm saying? The show doesn't even tell me the backstory, but like once you turn into a grounded black father,
Yeah,
and telling them about like what's anybody can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, like especially millennials, especially like folks that are like born in the 80s, 70s, like that type of stuff, like and that have that relationship with their kids that aren't necessarily.
We need that.
We don't have Huxtables.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
never
we don't have
known, bro.
Huxtables.
We
seeing that
need that,
portrayal
bro.
of
I would
black
never
fatherhood,
known that,
bro.
dog.
and this is why the Wire was so big,
Yeah.
because there's communities that needed that, right?
Check
And
that.
prior to the Wire, it was the corner.
The corner, yeah, corner
And
was
the
the shit.
corner
I don't
was
know
the
if
shit,
people even
right?
know that.
Right.
If you don't, go look at the corner. If you want to see the predecessor to The Wire,
Yes,
it's amazing.
Yes.
First of all, it's amazing.
absolutely. So we had that, and then that was more East Baltimore. Now you come down to the West Side, and now shit really, you cut out to the towers and all that.
Wow, bro.
It's the biggest time of the year for college basketball, the tournament. I've lived it. One run at Syracuse, one shot, and we left with a championship. That's how legacies are made. Regardless of who makes it to the final round, one thing's for certain. It takes the most talented people to build these incredible teams. The same goes when you're hiring. If you want your business to be at top of the game, you need the best people on your team. The place to find them, ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/7pm. Want to see who's recently active? ZipRecruiter's filters can show you. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/7pm. That's ziprecruiter.com/7pm. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. The NBA home stretch is here, and DoorDash has a way to keep fans in their bag the whole way through. Whether you're watching for the highlights or your favorite player, DoorDash makes it even more fun to be a fan this season. As somebody who always added new moves to his game, we all know players have their bags. But with DoorDash, fans have one too. NBA stress is real, and if you need some emotional therapy, just hit up DoorDash. They'll bring you anything from fries to a face mask. The real double OT is me fighting sleep and snacking because I'm reliving all the highlights. It's not just about what happens on the court. If your favorite player hits the tunnel with some fresh sneakers, no worries. You can shop fits and kicks right on DoorDash. To order on DoorDash to stay in your bag. Get snacks, drinks, gear delivered, whatever gets you through the season. Show up in your bag every time. DoorDash has what you need to win the watch party. DoorDash in your bag all season long. You and Mike worked together, like even before Creed on the Wire. Like, what was that like shooting actually in Baltimore?
The Wire.
And also, like, what did that show you about the city or give you towards your character?
Man, I tell you, when I got The Wire, I had not been to Baltimore, right? So I had never been to Baltimore, Maryland, right? So I was like, man, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to stay in Baltimore. That's cool. I didn't know what it was like. So I was kind of like, Maryland, okay, so that sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Maryland sounds cool. Maryland, okay, that sound cool. And then I'm like, man, when I got to that mug, I said, whoa, whoa. And I'm urbanized fully. When I go places, I look for those communities so I can, I feel like you know the whole area if you know what the hood is like.
Yeah, of course. That's a fact.
So I usually go like, let me see the hood so I can know what the hell this place is like. And I was like, this is different.
Rough, yeah.
Buildings are plastered together, bro. I ain't never seen a block of buildings that close together.
Row houses.
It's even different than New York. It's like that in New York, but man, somehow in Baltimore it feels tighter.
Yeah.
And so my first year, I commuted to Baltimore from New York. Like, so I just drove to Baltimore.
Yeah, quick drive.
And Idris did too. He lived in Jersey, I lived in New York, and we both, until we were staying there. But yeah, man, it's a tough place to grow up, period. It's a tough place. I don't know what it's like now. Actually, I was there, like I shot something there, this thing called Lady in the Lake. And so it was the Bay Area where the water is and everything. The harbor. Man, it's popping over there now, dog. Have you been in a million years?
Yeah, I was just there 2 days ago.
Right? It's popping over there. I said, man, like some property in this one.
Now was the time. Now is the time. But back then, no sir. No sir. Like it was rough. And then the people, like unless you're from Baltimore, you don't really know what people are saying. You can't understand people, right? It's their own language.
They told the people, all the cast from The Wire, matter of fact, well, I guess people don't really know that, but we were asked not to try to emulate the Baltimore sound. Because I would have tried to do that. Everybody would have tried to be more Baltimorean.
Right.
But they were smart. They brought in people like Snoop and others, Genghis, who are from the area.
Yep. Kind of rounded
and they came and rounded out and had a lot of the authenticity of like the energy of Baltimore and DC and the sound of it, right? So yeah, so like, I love doing The Wire though, man. Every week, it was like making a movie every week. You know, different than that on TV shows. TV shows feel like TV.
Yeah.
Like, so
y'all was filming on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, we was filming.
Dolphin,
bro. We was
McCullough Homes. That's my hood.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Oh,
Orange couch and all that.
You made it, You made it, bro.
Man.
See that orange couch?
That orange couch is epic.
See the orange couch on The Wire. You could put orange couch wire to the Google and see his crib. That's crazy.
Yo, Avon was such a heavy character to play, you know what I mean, and take on, and doing that at such a young age in your career is still remarkable to this day. So if you could sit with any other young actor who is like gonna take on such like a heavy role similar to that, what's one thing you should sort of like, or one thing you would sort of warn them about or want to advise them about in order to perform that role to their best of their ability?
Man, I don't know. You know, I don't know, man, if I would tell them anything, you know, like, I mean, I probably wouldn't tell a young actor too much because I don't know, bro. That's a very good question. You know, I'm not sure what I would tell them on a difficult role. You know, what I do tell actors, I mean, I've spoken in classes before, and what I tell people in general in the space where your imagination is your tool, your biggest tool is your imagination, to somehow tap into it. Like, just to remember that is a big deal. People write scripts and go act and go even basketball and go do football, baseball, whatever, boxing, and they don't get creative because they don't use their imagination. They let somebody tell them. So now once I tell you, you're not gonna really do it for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And nobody told me nothing. Nobody told me, oh, look, young man, you're gonna have to do this and that. Nobody told me shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's good because I stack my own Legos like that. I don't got nobody, hey man, you do this like this. Now, if someone asks me so specifically, you know, what do you think of something they did already? Then I probably would tell them, you know, how I felt about what I thought. If they asked me, so can you be constructive with me? Then I would be constructive. Or let's say you had a role.
Right.
You could say, yo, Wood, like, what do we think I do? This is a complex role. And they got me doing the Shakespeare shit, right? So I can like help you with that.
Black Shakespeare.
You could, I'm doing Othello. I'm Othello now.
Man,
I'm Othello in this motherfucker. They said, they saw me on the show. Now I'm Othello.
I mean,
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like, I can't do Othello, bro. To be or not to be. Hello. I'm like, yo, man, you got it.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I get that number just in case. So might stick around here.
Let's do this real quick. What is your Mount Rushmore of Avon quotes?
Oh man, this is tough because I don't remember all that stuff, bro. That shit was so long ago.
Here is some right here.
Oh Lord.
I'm just a gangster, I suppose, and I want my corners.
That's a big one.
What I tell you about playing with the fucking away games? What I tell you about playing the fucking away games?
I don't even have a Mount Rushmore Avon quote. I just got the slow.
Man, you supposed to be the ref, right?
And the truck shaking the
This was funny as shit, though. Man, you supposed to be the ref, right?
That's my shit right there. That's the one.
Why don't you stand up for your fucking self?
That's my favorite moment right there.
You can't just let any old motherfucking nigga get in your face. Understand? That was the shit.
That was dope because
that was the one.
Let me tell you something about that one, right?
Yeah.
Interesting that day, right? So the director, I think he was on some kind of substance, bounced at lunchtime, right? Bounced at lunchtime, didn't come back. So we had half the day filmed, director bounces, right? So now the first AD, Anthony Hemingway, who is a producer now on Forever,
big time.
he took over that day, and that's the scene. That's from that day, that waving in the car. Yeah, I think that's from that day, and that quote right there. And honestly, man, it was one of the biggest, most fun days I had on The Wire. So the quote is kind of whatever. I just have a good experience with that.
Well, that's a classic episode right there.
It's a super classic.
Go back. My favorite quote is this. This is my favorite quote right here. This is my one. You know the difference between me and you?
Oh yeah,
I bleed red, you bleed green.
Said that to
that right there in that moment, in that scene.
Yeah, that was
one of my favorite quotes right there.
I said that to Sir Idris. Yeah. Sir Idris Elba, Jack.
I mean, the game is the game. Got to be there too. I mean, that's
you only get the fuck up once. That was the shit quote. Though.
That's the shit though.
You only get the fuck up once
from that one. You can take. Ain't nothing true than that. That's true.
That's the one. You only get the fuck up once.
Oh yeah.
Man. All right, man. We gonna dumb it down a little bit.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's even this out. We have this moment, a segment on here called the 7 p.m. moment.
Okay.
Where that's the time of your life that you really had to make a decision if I'm gonna go left or I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna get my shit together.
Right.
What was your 7 p.m. moment?
Oh man, I think. Well, like I got kicked out of college. I talked about high school before, but I got kicked out of college. The reason why I got kicked out of college, which was NYU grad school too. So I'll be real quick with it, but I got kicked out of college because I had a discrepancy with a classmate over his insensitivity over a classmate of ours who had cancer, right? And she ended up dying, and we in college. We're not seeing girls die.
Yeah.
She died of breast cancer in college. Black girl. It was only 2 black girls. It was only 5 black people in the whole program. Me, 3 dudes and 2 girls. So one of the girls got sick. She announced it to the class. I got breast cancer. She was being brave. She announced it to the class. Her name is Batima Cochran. If Miss Cochran, her mom, that was her only child. She had her young in life. And if she sees me, I still love y'all. I still love her. But she sees this. So what occurred was, you know, when you're in grad school, these programs are more like conservatories. You don't get a grade. There's no A, B, C, D. It's good or bad. You kicked out if you get kicked out if you're not good enough.
Yeah.
So, and they put you into assignments. So it would be like me and you. Now y'all go off and work on the scene together, right? So you go in the room and trying to work on the scene. So this dude, while I'm in the room with him trying to work on the scene, he tells me, man, I know she's gonna die, right? Now, mind you, I cut her hair.
Yeah.
She woke up, called me, man. Boom, her hair was on the pillow from the chemo.
Mm-hmm.
I went with her to her chemo session, right? And we were so young, we didn't know what the doctor was talking about. He told her she was in the 4th stage. We know what the fuck that was,
Mm-hmm.
right? But she had a small family, just her and her mom, and I was her friend. I went to the chemo thing. We didn't know. It was terrifying for her though. So the black students, we corralled around her with nurturing support.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, like, hey, listen, people don't know how to handle shit. I ain't trying to say they need to know how, but they didn't. And so they dispersed away from her. People who were prior to that being all lovey-dovey ghosted her.
Yeah.
Modern day ghosting, right?
Mm.
So some of them. So he said that shit to me, bro. And I just checked him, you know, boom. And then I didn't come back and work with him. Because I didn't work with him again, they kicked me out to school.
Mm.
It was a classroom assignment, but I was on probation because they allowed me to do above the rim.
Mm.
And I did above the rim my first semester, and I missed the entire semester. I didn't have to make up for the semester because it's a conservatory, right? There was no grading system. So whatever I missed, I just missed. They allowed me to miss it, but probated me, put me on probation, right? So I wasn't allowed to be late or tardy, and I missed, and I skipped his thing with him, right? So I wouldn't punch him in the face or, you know, beat him up or something, right? So seriously, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't take, even right now, I don't take well to that. So I slap the shit out that dude.
Yeah, that's different.
So he said
Sometimes
that, you know,
need to get the shit slapped out of them,
my response is different just as a black person. Like, man, that keeping hope alive shit was real to me. Like I didn't see her dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cut her hair. She was, why me? Why me? I'm holding up. She crying in my arms. And then this motherfucker telling us she's gonna die. Man, I want to kick that motherfucker ass, bro. So what occurred is this, because I got guardian angels, you know, so kicked out of NYU. Now I didn't know I was gonna get kicked out, but they called me to the head of the program. Her name was Zelda Fitchandler at the time. And she's like, you gotta go. And she told me why. And I remember saying to her, oh man, I gotta tell my mother I'm kicked out of school. I was like, damn it, I don't want to have to tell my mom I got kicked out of school. So I say this to her. It's just us in there. She said, you're gonna have to go, this and that. And I was like, man, I really don't want to go. I don't want to get kicked out for this purpose right here, because I don't tell my mom I'm kicked out of school. It'd be terrible for my mom. And she's like, I don't give a damn. Her quote was, I don't give a damn about your mom. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't say that, but I was relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, all right, well, I'm out. Oh, really? Stress is gone.
Yeah.
Well, tell my mom you don't give a fuck about my mom anyway. And I don't give a fuck about this program. I'm out. Because I'm still Wood Harris, bitch. And I'm out, bitch. I'm about to go. I did a movie, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? I'm already in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm in a movie now, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how you gonna talk crazy? I'm in a movie. Like, I got an agent. We were going to the school to get agents.
Yeah. Right.
I got one, bitch. You know what I'm saying? French. I'm thinking French. So, but look, the guardian angel part, right?
Yeah.
Positive stuff. So, I go to the crib. I'm staying with my brother at the time, and I get a phone call. It's about 3 days go by. Now I'm acclimating to, okay, I'm not in school. I told my OG already, I'm acclimating. I'm getting the process of auditioning, and I was going to go in on audition for a play called Bring the Noise, Bring the Funk. It was a Broadway play. And so I'm just starting my fucking career. Long story short, fellow classmate saw that she took my records and put them on the wall so everybody can see them. Like, so it'd be like, you know, the hallway in the school where everybody stops to see whatever they got to do. So she put my all my facts on the wall, right? And so another classmate who wasn't even really a close friend of mine, really actually knew him that well, because it was conservatory, there was only 20 of us in the whole program. So I wasn't really close to him. His name was Steve Ramsher. And Steve, if you see this, shout out to Steve Ramsher. But he went to her like, this is wrong for you to do this, put his information out like that. Then she didn't care about him saying that. So he went to the university. And he called me about 2 days later. He was like, I went to the university for you. What she did is wrong. The university told me we have to petition for you to graduate and get your diploma. And so I'm issuing a petition for our class to petition whether you should get it or not. I said, okay. And then he said, we're doing that on Monday. That was like a Thursday. I come back on Monday. I'm in the class with all my 20 peers. They petitioned, and all but one was like, yeah. So I ended up graduating. I wasn't allowed to be in the school, but I still graduated.
But you got what you came for.
I'm just missing the last semester. Bitch, I'm happy.
Yo,
I'm happy.
Yeah, you can have your money, but don't come to the games.
Oh, and I was also allowed to finish the play that I was in, right? Which ended up the biggest play in NYU history, like in terms of people coming out.
Of course.
It was Ma Rainey, which is a phenomenal play. You can see Chadwick Boseman do it.
Ma Rainey's amazing.
So I did that role in college. It was the most phenomenal thing I probably have ever done. People ain't even gonna see, right? So, I was autographing in college. You know what I'm saying, from plays. So that's just unusual, you know. So I'm knowing that I'm gonna be all right. I'm autographing other college students. Like, so I'm like, wow, this is surreal already for me, right? And but I don't really carry no ego about that shit. Like I recall it, but really I just store that like, okay, that means I'm gonna make it. You know, not like I'm whatever. But so I got the chance to do that play, and that's all I could be in the school to do. Rehearse, do the play, and not the classes. I was like, shit.
Bad.
Hell yeah. I'm ready to go. But they did sabotage a couple of things. They being Zelda, who later on remember I told you I auditioned for the Broadway play. She went on to tell George Wolfe, fantastic producer of theater in New York, that, you know, I would not be suitable in this sort of situation. So she tried to like sabotage. Nothing worked, but she did try. But so yeah, I got my diploma still. I ended up missing the first and the last semester. I still did the plays that I wanted to do. And I still got a great education from them because I had a prior education, right? So I was already somewhat educated in some of the things they were teaching. I just need to get out of Chicago. Yeah. One thing is I had to get out of Chicago. Yeah. And so New York was like Chicago without the gangs and stuff. So I was acclimated. My father's side is out of Brooklyn, right? Even though he's from Florida, they migrated to Brooklyn, right? Yeah. So I was familiar with like just New York life. You know, I had a rap group back in the days. I just wanted to be in New York, you know, with that energy. So when I got there, I was like, man, ain't no fucking turning back, bro. Ain't no turning back. No turning back. Anyway. What, man? What, man?
That was a 7 p.m. moment right there.
I was about to say, like, usually the 7 p.m. moment too, man. Nah, it's a great one.
It's a hell of a moment. Hell of a moment. No, we want you to, you know, Michael B. Jordan is up for Best Actor of this year's Oscars. If there's a message you would share with him as you witness kind of,
I'm
you know, that
so
his
excited
career
for Michael,
growth,
man.
like,
say that again.
What would that message be?
Oh man, shit. Oh man, y'all answer tough questions, bro.
Hey man,
what is the message?
Does it.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Best Actor.
I spoke to him like yesterday briefly about Delphi, which is a series based on Creed that's being shot. Start shooting that in this summer.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's the
Can't
gym
wait
was
for
called Delphi. So basically,
We seen you with your little town and shit.
you see me a little time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know, I would say this to Mike. Mike, MBJ, Michael B. Jordan is a solid individual in terms of just, he's unflappable to the dude I met when he was 17, 16. He's still that dude. He's a superstar. He's a big movie star, which is his biggest movie star maybe in the world or something, like one of them, the biggest movie star in the world, one of the biggest superstars in the world. And, you know, he did it his way. He did it genuinely his way. And, you know, I don't have anything to tell him because he knows what he's doing. You know, I don't have a succinct message for him. I just tell him, man, keep doing what you're doing. Like I tell him yesterday, man, y'all killing him and Ryan Coogler.
Yeah,
what a team,
I wanted
man.
that kind of career, right?
Yeah.
I got the career that I'm very happy to have. But if I had to add anything to it, it would have been a stable director that I do a bunch of movies with. Ryan has never done a movie without Mike. That's like De Niro and more Scorsese, or early on Spike, Denzel.
Yep.
I wanted to have a director and me make like 3 or 4 movies together, but it just didn't happen. Like, yeah, still could happen, but not hasn't.
Who is that? Who is that
director?
Yeah.
Like who's the
I thought it would be Malcolm Lee.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been Malcolm Lee because we went to school together, and I did Malcolm's student film. Shout out Malcolm Lee, and all his projects are great. But I understand, like, I'm not really supposed to be in those projects. Like, can you see me in The Best Man? I don't see me in The Best Man. You know? I don't see me in Roller Bounce. I don't see me in Girl Trip and stuff like that. So I get it. I guess I'm not supposed to be in some of that stuff, you know.
Well, you could also make the argument that those movies, say you do any of those movies, they're completely different with you in them.
That's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not in a good way. Well, you might say, man, we love that actor and all this and that, but I mean, you don't need me in that movie because it's like, it's supposed to be them.
Yeah, we don't
like,
want to see you. We don't want to see you in Girls Trip. Girls Trip was a great movie.
Yeah.
But we don't want to see you in Girls Trip.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's land this plane, man, with America's number one segment. You know what we came for. It's called Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here. Wood. All right, this is where we go through some of the most viral videos on the internet.
Okay.
And you're going to tell us if you're fucking with it
Okay.
or we getting it the fuck out of here. All right?
Okay.
Devin Till over on Instagram was wilding out on his Ray Allen shit earlier today. I didn't see this video.
Let me see.
Hey, yo.
Hold up. That's why you got a diaper
You
on?
hooping in a diaper?
What?
Nah.
Is he wearing a diaper?
It looks like a grown ass.
like how?
Looks like some grown Depends on.
First of all, I'm not hooping with you.
Who
if
the
you got
niggas
that
that's
on,
hooping
bro.
with him, though?
Who's posting up?
What the fuck? Bro,
gym
that
is
gotta be a
this?
joke. dog. Hey, they're great actors, bro. They be looking real, right?
All right, so what? Fuck with it or fuck out of here. LeBron Haynes.
Fuck out of here, bro. You know, guy. Hey, man, don't even ask me if I'm fucking with that
What
joke.
gym is that, though? What gym is that? Whoever owns that gym need to be sell a gym.
Fruit of the Loom gym out this.
Come on, man.
Like, there's no way like he had to wait for next over
First of
there.
all,
like nobody's
how you
picking you
garden,
up.
homie, bro? Like you in the world by yourself like that.
That's cool. Yeah,
They all normal
there's no
acting. Yo, nah, he got drawers on, dog.
You got him.
Yeah, you
way.
got
You
him.
got us.
They got
Nah,
diapers
definitely
on.
not. If you walk into a pickup game, you playing? You still?
Me?
You see somebody in there?
He got to get out the gym. What you talking about? He got to leave.
Dude got to bounce.
Yeah, he can't play. No, he can't even sit on the sideline.
Being
Like
from Chicago, some dudes would just start whooping on him, dog. You in there with his drawers on, niggas like, no words, bro, no words.
All right, we're gonna do a little special. We're gonna remix "Fuck With It" or "Fuck Out of Here" real quick because I
Okay.
feel like you're most qualified to answer this question.
Okay.
"Fuck With It" or "Fuck Out of Here" is Above the Rim still the greatest hoop movie of all time?
Ooh,
Let me think about that.
ooh.
As a hoop and sports fan, also.
What are the other movies? Like, I mean, I don't.
Hoop Dream wasn't a movie though. That was
Nah, that's
that
a
was
movie.
reality show.
And yeah, but it's a movie, and that's probably better
best.
than Above the Rim. So
Okay.
That's the best.
I'm gonna have to say, I don't gonna say fuck out of here, but I did. So
Hoop Dreams
We
is
go-
top
fuck
three though,
with it.
top three.
I mean, shoot. Like
Hoop
this,
Dreams,
think
Above the
about
Rim.
what else is a basketball movie though?
like
mean,
good basketball. I mean, he got
You
games
got
up
Jesus
there.
Shuttlesworth over there.
Yeah, he got
yeah,
games
that's
in
right.
there. You got
They gonna say
That's a good
Hoosiers
one.
and shit.
the Hoosiers.
Yeah, they
are
gonna
we
say
counting
Hoosiers. They gonna say
documentaries? We
Hoosiers.
counting docs?
Who?
We counting documentaries? I'm a
That's
fan
what
of
Hoop Dreams is.
I'm a fan of
Hoop
Through the
Dreams is
Fire.
doc. Reality doc.
Through the Fire with Sebastian Telfair. Love
Yeah,
that one.
that's a
Bro.
legendary
Hoop
doc.
Dreams, bro.
Hoop Dreams definitely. Shit.
Oscar winning Hoop Dreams is the best.
Yeah, well, Hoop Dreams is
It's got to
different.
be it.
And that's a real basketball movie showing these athletes go through what athletes go through, especially hood athletes.
Yeah,
Like,
and two best friends, right? Going on the same path,
Yeah.
but two different ways,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
one
I
go to
know.
private, one go to Catholic private, one go to the
public
to
in the hood.
lean on me. You get what I'm saying?
Now that neighborhood, I grew up in that neighborhood, the neighborhood where his dad was all on drugs and whatnot. That's like walking distance from the crib. But
Crazy.
So two best friends coming from that and going two different, but then when you come back, you got two different perspectives now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
a lot of
4
times
years
that could fuck shit up a lot of times.
Absolutely.
When you go away and come back, but then this person is going away, but he's still there though. And it's like, that could fuck a lot of shit up.
Yeah. That's going to brew some kind of
everything.
Crazy, especially if you get best friends like that. Can't imagine what that does to your psyche, man. The last one I'm gonna hit you with, Wood, before we get out of here.
Okay.
Fuck with it or fuck out of here.
Part of left.
Biopics better than documentaries?
Ooh.
Yes and no, because sometimes.
Yeah.
But I would say most of the time, a good documentary is better than a film.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, because the doc is going to be thorough and you know it's the truth for the most part, or it's more likely to be the truth. And I might, in acting, have a bad interpretation, so you might not get the truth of you know what I'm saying? So,
I feel like a lot of fans who watch biopics would like, they're usually looking for the stuff that wasn't real, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always like kind of, you know, I just saw the trailer for the new Michael Jackson joint coming out soon. And dude looks like a spitting image of Michael, but you'll definitely find 10 comments underneath like,
he don't spin like
he don't spin like that. Like he don't move on. I'm like,
he
come on, son,
like
really?
that.
I mean, that's the danger of being in a biopic. Like, it's, you know, you really are like, you could be, you know, not truthful. Like, so documentaries for sure, I would say.
Always docs.
Love a good doc.
Unless it's my man playing, you know what I mean? A biopic, you know what I'm saying? Always the docs, unless it's my man playing.
Yes, sir.
Man. But we're going to wrap this thing up, man. We appreciate you coming through, man, chopping it up.
You got to chop it again, man. You got to chop it up again.
Yeah, meet us in Brooklyn, man.
That's what I'm going to do, for sure. For sure.
There's been a long time coming for us right here, man. Long time. Glad you came on Great Style Presence, man. But with that being said, we appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you for having me, Melo.
Keep holding it down for us,
That's
man.
what's up. Appreciate y'all.
And FYI, you are my favorite actor, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like you've been that for a long time. So
check that out, bro.
Come on.
That's special, man.
We had other times
special,
too,
man.
you know what I mean? Jordan Brand brought them out to Denver and shit like that when the wire first popped off.
Wow.
So,
yeah, man.
See, I brought this shit back with that.
Go back. See? It always comes full circle.
It's all
here.
love, man. It's all love, man. I've always been just intrigued with the way you carry yourself, the way you move. Very honorable, very, you know, mysterious, but also, you know, man of standards and integrity. So I appreciate that, man. And we look forward to watching your new shit, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that. Kaz, take us home, man.
You already know what it is, man. This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, 7 p.m. in Los Angeles. A Wave original presented by FanDuel. Subscribe to our YouTube channels if you want to help the show out. It's a very easy thing you got to do. Leave a like, leave a rating, leave a review, leave a comment. Hit the podcast channels. Share it with a friend. Share Instagram video. Share TikTok video. Do all that stuff. For the legendary Wood Harris, the Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony, I'm Kaz, and we catch y'all next time in the hook, people. Peace.
Peace.